Okay, now we are on.
Okay.
Cool. So, Bubba the Love Sponge. Yeah, he was a radio guy. He looks like a big old mess of a person. He didn't pay his taxes. The IRS is like, hey, gotta pay your taxes. Put a tax lien on your stuff that if you don't pay it, then, you know. He's got like 3 houses or something weird like that. It's like, just pay your taxes, bro.
Well, that's why he has 3 houses, is because he doesn't pay taxes.
Fair.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. Income tax is illegal.
He's a pretty big guy.
Did you just like Google him?
Yeah.
Careful with what Google pulls up. You never know what you're gonna find when you
no.
Google something like that.
He just looks like he just looks like a winner, you know?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He looks like he started working out, but yeah, he was a chunky dude for a little while.
Oh my goodness! You type in Bubba the, and it's the first thing.
Yeah.
Like come up. Well, he's not as big as I thought he would be. I thought he'd be like Gabriel Iglesias.
No.
He also just has like that face that you kind of like want to smack.
Just to watch it jiggle.
Sure.
Kind of like the girl who cashed me outside. How about that? I hate that girl.
Yeah.
I just want to punch her in the face.
So would you guys find like a lawyer blog and you found something from 2013?
Yeah. One I found was like, let me pull it up. Hold on. Sorry, I have another Word document open. Let me save it so I don't lose it. Okay. Mine. Sorry, I'm opening. Mine was called "The Trashy Yards Lead to Liens." Basically, there was this like really poor neighborhood, and the county agreed to clean it up. Like this was kind of in the middle of the recession, and the county agreed to clean it up on their dime if the homeowners would pay them back. And the homeowners agreed, but they were like, it was like this sketchy, rundown, nasty neighborhood. Like Compton is almost what it sounds like. And basically what happened is, of course, the people who signed the contract aren't exactly like trustworthy, affluent people. And so they haven't paid anything back. And so the county put a lien on all their properties and just said, okay, fine, if you're not going to pay us back, then we're going to take your property and we're going to sell it out from underneath you. So, and it averaged out to be like $25,000 a person. So that's the one I found. But it was from 2013, so it's like 4 years old.
Oh, wow.
All right, you want me to go?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so mine is Lewis Brook Bartram versus U.S. Bank National Association. Basically what happened was the homeowner stopped making his mortgage payments, and the foreclosure case was involuntarily dismissed for 5 years. So in trial court, even though the homeowner, they foreclosed on his home because they just dismissed the case for some reason. Like, I have no idea why. But because of that, they awarded the homeowner the property lien-free because the lender failed to comply with the 5-year statute of limitations on the defaulted notes. So that was a win for him.
This was off a blog?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is way better than anything I read.
Yeah, but then it said the Supreme Court got into it because the appellate court ruled against that. the trial court. So the Supreme Court agreed with the appellate, whatever, which overturned the trial court. The Supreme Court said even though the first foreclosure case had been involuntarily dismissed, the statute of limitations on defaulted notes did not run after 5 years for the homeowner's initial default on his mortgage payment because each missed payment created a new foreclosure cause of action. So basically what they said is each time he missed a payment after it was foreclosed for those 5 years was an additional a new foreclosure. So he didn't get his house for free. He thought he was.
Poor guy.
But yep, that was it.
Jenny, let's hear yours.
Oh, sorry, I had something comes up. Mine was about, so they were trying to build a nuclear factory or something like that. So therefore they bought shares from Toshiba, and then they borrowed another money from other company, and they got a debt or something like that for a long term. So I'm not sure. I don't think I can make this like with a good words summary.
You have a link to the article?
That's all right.
What was the article called?
I can put the links on the chat.
Okay. Man, you even found one like using the proper
I
channel.
I tried, but I'm not sure it's the right one.
See, at least you found one through the proper channels. All the rest of us end up on Google and blogs.
Actually, no, I found mine on the article search.
Oh, you did?
Wow.
I just put in a variety of terms that kind of changed it.
Oh, man, I don't want to subscribe. Nuclear power plants. Oh, that's actually, from what I can see from the 2 paragraphs that it'll let me read without subscribing, that's actually looks like a pretty good one.
Good.
Are either one of you, Braden, John, or either one of you like, have either one of you subscribed to Wall Street Journal so you can look at that more?
Nope.
Yeah, well, one of my classes told me, I'm not sure if it's just for the class or if it's just for everyone, but they said we get free Wall Street Journal access for being a part of BYU Idaho.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. It's all right. Yep. I don't need any more liberal news outlets in my life.
Agreed.
We'll not make this political. Oh. Okay. Do you have it open? What's that?
It won't let me sign in, so.
It won't? Oh, dang.
I don't know why. Weird.
Okay, well, so what's the assignment for today? We have to put the, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I don't know what it is. I was going to ask, but if you know what it is.
Isn't it the same as it always is? Give an example of a lien. We pick one of ours and then a question.
Yep, I think so.
I can't keep anything straight. Is that what it is, Jenny? Do you happen to have it pulled up?
Yeah. I have one with me.
Is it the same as always?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Right. So whose are we going to use?
I think the Baba crazy guy one's funny. It's unique.
Yeah.
That one is really funny. That would definitely be different.
Types of one I try to find.
Okay, explain it again. Explain yours one more time, John.
Well, that's what I handed in.
Wow. Okay.
He just He didn't pay his taxes. And so the IRS were like, hey, you didn't pay your taxes. Let's put a lien on your house. It was really it. It's just famous. It's in the news because he's a person who does things.
Legal. I think that's a really good one. Let's use that one. That one's good.
Yep.
It still just makes me laugh. Bubba the Love Sponge.
It makes me laugh out of uncomfortableness.
I know, it like makes me cringe that like that's appropriate.
I mean, the guy must earn a lot of money if he has multiple houses and the one they put a lien on is worth 1.2 million. That's funny.
Oh man. Taxes. Oh.
All right, so now we have to come up with a question. I think that summarizes the article.
I just copy and paste the same as that John posted on the chatting room.
Sure.
Under the link.
Yeah. That's our like example.
Okay. And it could be also our explanation of our example, right?
Yeah.
So now we need to make the quiz question.
Got like 5 textbooks around me. Hold on, let me find the right one.
You're good.
We could do something about different types of liens, because there's like artisan's lien, hotel keepers liens, and mechanics liens. We just, I don't know, do something about that.
What's it? It's on page 258, right? Yeah, right there. Mechanics lien, artisan's lien, hotel keeper's lien.
Would this just be called a tax lien?
This is a tax, yeah. A mortgage is a lien, right?
Yeah. Any kind of like debt is a lien, basically. So like I've got a loan on my car. Like the lien holder is the bank. If I don't make my payments, they take my car, basically. So, I mean, essentially, a lien is present anytime you have a debt. Is the simple way to explain it.
There has to be a lien on something, like a specific something, like a house or a car or a...
Yeah. So like in this case, in the case of Bubba, basically what happened was they had to place the lien on something. Since he owed him money, the debt had to be applied to something in order for there to be a lien present. So our question could just be, which type of lien is this an example of? Mechanics lien, artisan's lien, hotel keeper's lien, or tax lien?
I'm down.
Easy.
Yeah, just simple.
Repeat the question again one more time.
This is here. I'm gonna type it.
Okay, great.
So there's the question.
Okay.
So essentially, if I'm understanding this right, a mechanics lien basically is just like something has been done and you owe money for it, right?
Yes.
It's almost like an unpaid bill.
So like if you, from what I understand, if you like help renovate a house and they don't pay you, you're entitled to part of the house or something.
you're a lien holder on the house
Yeah.
for your portion of the work completed.
Mhm.
So it involves services.
Yeah. No work was performed.
And from what I can tell, artisan liens are kind of the same thing, just a different name for a different like type of work.
I want to say an
What's the
artisan's
difference?
lien is like when you have like a mortgage payment or like a car payment, is the way I understand it. Like in an artisan's lien, no service has been provided, but a good, like you were able to get your hands on a good, and so there's a lien on that good.
Okay. And it says here a hotel keeper lien is for you hold the personal property that a guest brought with them into the hotel as security for the payment, which I don't know, that sounds neat.
Say that one more time.
Hotel keepers liens allow a hotel keeper to hold personal property that a guest brought with them into the hotel as security for payment. So like if you bring a suitcase, they can keep the suitcase until you pay for the room.
Or is that they store, like, is that almost like when they store your card information until you've paid? Like you give them your card information, but they don't charge the card until you show up.
Although I guess maybe.
I don't know. Because you always have like your fee, like your booking fee, and then you pay, like when you check in, you slide the card in.
But the card doesn't initially have monetary value.
But the card information has monetary value assigned to it. Like if my credit card has a $10,000 limit,
right,
and I don't pay it, they can take some of that $10,000 limit and apply it to my room fee.
I don't super think that's how it works, because credit isn't inherent value. It's more just buildup of debt, whereas actual physical things like baggage or I don't know, you bring a hair curler.
I've just never heard of them being able to, like, everything you read says we are not responsible for your personal property. Like whenever you rent a hotel room. That's why I'm wondering if it's more like, I mean, you might be right, but when they wash their hands of the responsibility of your personal property, I don't know. I wouldn't think that they can keep it if they're saying it's not our responsibility, but we're going to hold it if you don't pay us. You know what I mean? That's like contradictory.
I think it's just a very rarely used thing.
All right. Works for me. We'll figure something out. Okay, so with artisan's lien, basically this is wrong because
Like that?
Yeah, that's why I was gonna case it well. Yeah.
Did you see that we sorry, oh wait, never mind.
No, go ahead.
Later. We got points taken off for a previous week.
For what?
For something. Like we submitted a wrong answer or something, something.
Yeah, he said I put the wrong answer in the correct answer. Sorry.
For like 5. Okay. I was just.
That's all right.
I mean, it doesn't matter. We're gonna pass the class. It's fine.
I was gonna say, as long as I don't get an F, I don't care.
Okay.
My agribusiness classes are more important. I mean, this is important, but. Okay, so we've got tax lien. We've got tax lien, and that's the correct answer. But basically, because the debt of the unpaid. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Perfect.
Sweet.
And then B, do we want to do hotel keepers liens? I don't really know how to apply it.
Are there other types of liens?
That's what I'm looking at right now. I've got the book open.
Because there's like instrument liens on page 222, but that's like in a previous chapter.
Yeah.
You could do none of the above.
Hey, that's always safe. None of the above.
Yeah.
When in doubt, throw that in.
Hey, professors do it all the time, so if we get points taken off of that, I'll be ticked.
That's true. I swear, every time you take a multiple choice test, 3/4 of the questions have that as choice D.
Yep.
And half of them have C is all of the above and D is none of the above.
Yeah, which is weird because it's just 2 options.
Oh well, they're
All
just trying to throw you off.
right, so it's week 7, right? Currently,
Hmm.
Yeah.
right. We have a thing we have to do for week 9.
Yeah, another presentation, like a
Yeah.
PowerPoint.
Do we want to start talking about it or not yet?
Well, when we're done with like this hangout, we can end the live thing and we can talk about it.
Cool.
Yeah. Are we done with the today? I think.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Yep.